Alright, to start off this video, I just want to state that this is like my own opinion, my own personal perspective through my own personal life and my own like lenses. So like I said, I don't want to hear nobody in the comments, trying to really debate. I mean, people can debate in the comments, but like people try to pick it out and like, and try to tell me I'm right or wrong. Like literally, this is my perspective and what I believe and what I see. So yeah, let me just start off. Like I said, what is a man? The world has many definitions for it. Like I said, a man handle business. A man is the protector, the provider. He's solid, compassionate, strong, humble, morally upright, resilient, understanding. Like I said, ultimately like the burden carrier, the teacher. Like I said, integrity, honesty. Like I said, you name it. A man, like I said, is responsible. That's like the main thing that's synonymous with like the man. He's responsible. He take care of his business. And in a sense, he's like Superman. It's kind of crazy how like people, even like growing up, or just period on the media, is like the man is like Superman. And in many ways, like parts of my childhood self really like connect with like the superhero aspect of Superman, but it's like that's where I guess like a lot of fear come up and a lot of worries and anxiety come up with growing up and becoming a man. I think that's really what I want to get at with this video, is that the man, in a way, like the actual like the man, the myth, like the legend, like the actual capable man is like very fantasy like, especially how people talk about the man, or like the capable man, or like let's say the qualified man, like in a way where it's like a lot of pressure. It's a lot of expectations that the man must have and he must fulfill. Like I said, if he was to become one, I think that's what part of the reason why like a lot of young boys have like a strong resistance towards growing up and stepping into their manhood. Even me, for example, like I have every now and then, like I just get like a strong resistance to like stop what I'm doing and just stop where I'm fighting and busting my my back, trying to make it and really try to set something up for myself, just because of irrational fears and just the expectations of doing all this. And it seems like nobody understand. I don't speak to like I don't got no OGs and like older black men, or just older men period, that can tell me and like show me the way, like, okay, like this is what you're supposed to do and like how to maneuver properly. So at times I just feel unmotivated. I just feel like it's nobody here to help me out, like I said, and that's just from my own perspective. And that type of, like I said, going where nobody is led to is always something hard to do for anybody, man or woman, child or adult. If nobody is like walk the path in front of you, or like I said, you don't see it around, it's hard for you to actually live that life and then, live it at least confidently, where you can see like how it's done. Essentially, like you the first person, taking those steps, like, and it's very understandable why a lot of people don't. It's understandable why I always felt like I couldn't do it. With that being said, I started to develop like some of these like fears. Some of them just irrational for no reason, like the fear just, just being left behind, the fear just, being used and abused, the fear just being like dehumanized, like I'm like being disregarded of my feelings of, if I want to do this or not, or, And I mean, realistically, I understand as a man, you shouldn't be worried about that, especially if you're taking care of business. You just don't, the true factor of the matter is you don't, when you got people to take care of, like I said, you're going to have to come last. And I respect that. But like I said, it's a part of me when you grow up raised by a single mother, just raised by, just not raised in a proper household where you see people fulfilling roles and you see everybody out here, or let's say, for example, like I say, a lot of just young boys and even just grown men just not accepting their responsibilities and they just being lazy. Part of you want to associate with them so much, or not even part of you want to associate with them so much, is that you've seen it. So a part of you subconsciously is like, why do I got to do this for? And at times I feel myself like feeling like that, like, why am I doing this for when I can just be lazy and I can just be less than myself? But the thing about me is my character. I get guilty. I get guilty very quick, and that's why I tend to just walk like a straight path. I don't be messing around, just doing crooked stuff or just being less than who I am. I hate being less than who I am. So, but that's like a irrational fear I got. It's and just that's how I just feel at times. Like I just don't want to do it. Like why do I need to do it? But like I said, that's just the natural progression of life. And like the fear of just being left behind, the fear of people not being there for me, like these are all reasonable. Now at times they may be irrational, but coming from the perspective of like let's say a broken kid or a kid that's not seeing this type of stuff, it's understandable why they think like that. And I'm not here to shun them. I'm here to just be compassionate, understanding. That's the whole point. Nobody's been compassionate and understanding to me, but that don't change the fact that still have to be compassionate and understanding to others. Like that's the thing I don't get about most people. So the solution is, like I said, I don't really think, if I'm being honest, it's really only one solution. Is really moving forward, because that's all that you got. I mean, at the end of the day, you can accept it for what it is. This is how I look at it. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep moving forward. I'm not saying that these fears are not real. I'm not saying that these fears cannot happen, but they not happen. They haven't manifested itself yet. And let's be honest, a lot of people are not even where they need to be at to even be thinking about this type of stuff. That was part of my problem. Is my head is too in the future, and I'm too in the future with this broken mindset, worried about something that probably wouldn't even happen if I set up the foundation right before leading to that moment. And that's what I'm gonna get to with the solution, is that you gotta keep moving forward. You gotta have some type of awareness of your irrational fears, because let's be honest, your irrational fears is always trying to stop in the sense, your irrational fears are part of your ego. It's always trying to stop you from improving. Your ego want to keep you comfortable. It want to keep you from realizing your fullest potential. Let's be honest. And the more you indulge in these type of just irrational, thought masturbation type of ideas where that's just full of negativity, it's gonna halt you and stop you even further and just keep you from really accomplishing your goals and what you need to do. Facts. Another solution is just accept the inevitable. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna appreciate you. You're gonna do a lot of good in life. Like I believe I'm gonna do a lot of good. I think that's how I live my life in a way. I just wanted to be a superhero. I always wanted to help people. So that's always been like my main intention. And it's gonna come at a certain point in time where the good I do is not gonna be appreciated. And I'm trying to get that in my head now, but every now and then I be getting like frustrated and upset about it. But it's the fact, it's true, is that I expect to do a lot of good. And part of me probably want it for the glory, but part of me just want to do it just for the fun of it. Like I like helping people. I have a genuine interest to help people. It makes me feel alive that I can help people. But it's a good chance I'm not going to be appreciated. Like I said, it's going to be many chances where I get stabbed in the back or I get the bad end of the bargain. I mean, that's not nothing new. I've been doing that my whole life, but accept it. Like I said, I think that you got to learn you got to gain some type of discernment with your life where you understand now, okay, well, these people, I know you're not going to appreciate me, so I must find people that will appreciate me. And like I said, they're going to fill my cup up whenever I need it, or they're going to be there for me whenever I need it. And, and that's where you as a person, you got to set you got to play your cards right. You got to, meet the right people, and you got to, set it up accordingly to, your life. Just be around the right people. Another thing, I guess, I would have to say is take pride in it. Like I said, give it your all, really. I think that, let's be honest, I think that being a breadwinner or just being successful or just being like the shining light to your family, or just being the shining light to, let's say, in your relationship, or the shining light in anything, helping people, being like the main person to really spark change is important. Take pride in it. I think I try to twist that mindset in my head. It's like, you are like important. You're important enough to really, change somebody's life. Like, I think I always try to keep the perspective in mind is that it's literally somebody in the future that's waiting on somebody like you. And I like to think like that. Like, I like I like thinking in the future, but it's like at times I be overindulging at times, but like always think about somebody in the future that's possibly looking for somebody like you, and you got the specific idea, and you're the only person that can carry it out. So always try to take pride and try to, fight as hard as you can. Like I said, get knocked down, get back up. I think that's how I try to look at it. I try not to ever allow myself to stay negative for long, even though I'm very optimistic of a person. Every now and then, we all have our moments, but, take pride in it, accept it, experience it, feel it, wear it with a badge of honor. So, yeah, if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.